Police continue search for missing 14-year-old girl, Hannah A. Hilling. Hannah A. Hilling was last seen at the Birch Park with her best friend Abby. Reportedly, Abby went to use the bathroom at a restaurant down the street. When she came back, Hannah was gone. Abby assumed Hannah had biked back to her house. Upon arriving to Hannah's house, Abby had found that Hannah was not there. After learning that Hannah was missing, Abby and Hannah's parents went back to the park to look for Hannah. They spent hours calling. When night came, they called the police. The search has been going on for nearly a day now. Only tonight did the police find a clue, a bracelet Hannah had been wearing. They found the bracelet in some brush at the edge of the park. The bracelet was scuffed up and had on it what appeared to be dried blood. Abby was given the bracelet to look at and reported that Hannah had been wearing the bracelet when they went to the park. The police went to the park to investigate where the bracelet was found and discovered signs of a struggle. Any information you have is helpful. News article from the CNN News. With a sigh, I set down the file containing the information on the missing girl, Hannah A. Hilling. It's been nearly 24 hours since she disappeared, and I still have no leads. I was in the middle of reading my favorite book, Alice in Wonderland, and was about to watch my favorite movie, The Hate U Give, when an officer from the local police station knocked on my door, handing me the case file. Today, I'm going to Abby Parker's house to confirm her story. I walk down the hallway, my white high heels clicking. I get in my car and drive to Abby's house. When I arrive, I walk up to the blue door and knock. Abby's father opens the door. Hello, I'm Detective Cassandra Grace Rogers. I'm here to ask Abby a few questions. I think the police notified you of this, I say, professionally. When I get nervous, I talk like that. I also tug on my hair and sometimes pull it out. You're a detective? How old are you? He says, giving me the once-over. Most people are surprised of how young I look. I glare at him, but answer the question. I'm 21, I say, trying not to grit my teeth like I do when I'm usually annoyed or angry. Abby hasn't been in the house much. She's mostly been seeing other friends. You know, she's going through a lot right now. She's barely been sleeping. Okay, I say. Mr. Parker calls for Abby, and she comes down. Hello, Abby. How are you today? I ask. Good, she mutters. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Fine, Abby says. Okay, what time did you and Hannah go to the park? Around 6, I think. Okay, and you say you went to the bathroom when you came out, Hannah was gone? Yes. Where did you go to the bathroom since there isn't one at the park? I went to the McDonald's down the street. Okay, that's all I need. Abby gets up to leave, and so does Mr. Parker. I say goodbye and walk across the street to Hannah's house. I ask her parents a few questions. Was Hannah depressed? No. Suicidal? No. Any problems at the house? No. Everything seems fine until I talk to Hannah's little brother, Joey. Hi, Joey. I just want to ask you a few questions, okay? Okay. So where were you last night? I was here, reading. Did you see Hannah and Abby leave? Yeah. Have Hannah and Abby been good friends for a while? Yes, well, until this month. They got in a fight about a boy, and they actually weren't talking, but Abby convinced Hannah to come to the park with her so they could talk about it. Really? Yes. Okay, you've been very helpful, Joey. I think we will find your sister soon. I drive straight to the McDonald's, home of my favorite fries, where Abby allegedly went to the bathroom. I walk in and go straight to the counter. Hi, is anyone that worked last night here today? I ask. Yeah, I'll go get her. The worker walks behind to the kitchen and comes back a few seconds later with a tall girl. Hi, I'm Riley, she says. Hi, Riley. I just need to ask you a few questions. Is this about the missing girl? 'Cause I was here all night. Don't worry, I'm not accusing you. I just need to firm up the story a bit. I'm wondering, did you ever see a girl about 5.5 feet with black hair walk in here and use the bathroom? No, only some old guy came in here the whole night. Are you sure? Maybe you didn't see her. Even if I hadn't, the bathrooms were closed because of plumbing issues. After a few more brief questions, I leave and go around asking all the other restaurants if they had seen Abby. None of them had. I'm starting to feel like I'm grasping at straws, and I begin to get stressed. I'm about to call it a day and drive back to my apartment to join my husband and read, one of my favorite hobbies, when I see Abby walking. I start to have a bad feeling about her. I pull my cart into a vacant lot, and get out. I follow her to the park. Strange, why wouldn't she be here? Wouldn't she be afraid? She walks to the edge of the park and into some brush, where she suddenly falls. I'm starting to feel really weirded out. I open my phone and dial 911 and keep my finger hovering above the call button. It's something I do when I feel like I'm getting into a dangerous situation. I walk forward into the brush and find a big sewer lid the size of a small rug. I pull it up and peer into it. Darkness. I trust what I saw and jump and land on a small pile of soft brush. In front of me is a long, dark tunnel. I walk down it and round a bend to find Hannah? Hannah is lying unconscious and bleeding. What are you doing here? Abby asks, appearing from the darkness with a kitchen knife. I jump. She terrified me. I was looking for you because I found something out. You never went to McDonald's to use the bathroom. Very smart. Too bad I have to kill you too now. What are you talking about? I ask. I need to keep her talking. I press on my phone to dial 911 and the call goes through. Then I mute it. Well, there's this boy at school, Justin Evans. Hannah and I both loved him, but then he started to date Hannah. Well, that just won't do. Of course, he won't date me as long as Hannah's around, so guess what I have to do? She makes a slitting motion across her throat, then laughs madly. So you kidnapped her? Yes. She came with me to the park, and then I pushed her down this hole. It was shallower than I had thought, and it didn't kill her. She only got knocked out. I went home to get a knife to finish her off, but there are too many people, so I feigned that I was confused and scared. So how come you haven't killed her yet? You'd be surprised how busy the park is. I've only now gotten this chance, and I won't let you stop me. She lunges at me and tries to choke me. I duck and kick her, and she falls over, but quickly gets up. Don't try to run, there's nowhere to hide, she shouts. I run at her and knock the knife out of her hand, but soon she's upon me. Her hands wrapped around my neck, choking me. You'll soon be dead, and then I'll kill Hannah, and then Justin will love me. She chokes out, a crazed look in her eyes. Please, I choke out. You can't kill people and get them to love you. That's not how love works. Darkness is brimming around the edges of my vision, and I think this is it. I think I'm going to die. All of a sudden, bang! The sewer lid flies open, and an officer jumps down and pulls Abby off of me. The police are my heroes. You're okay now, he says, and I believe him. Epilogue. After being rushed to the hospital, Hannah was found with a few broken nerves and a minor concussion, but she would be okay. I had a few bruises on my neck, but other than that, I was fine. Abby would be in a psychiatric hospital for 13 years. Even after being arrested, she genuinely thought what she was doing was the right thing and thought that it was okay to try to kill someone for her own means. I guess that's why they say love is blind. And I know for sure this is one case I'll never forget.